Guys, so I wanted to show you how much I've spent, and forgive my squiggly handwriting, it hasn't changed since elementary school. I'm just bad at handwriting, but I want to show you guys the costs of my 76 Jeep J10, what I've spent on materials, where I'm at currently with the vehicle, and how much it's all cost together. So to start off, I bought the Jeep for 800 bucks. That's dirt cheap. It's really hard to find a car for $500 to $1,000. Even in the crappy condition that mine was in, people still want, $2,000 at least for something like that. So I got lucky at 800 bucks. The U-Haul trailer and my gas for, hauling the Jeep over was 200 bucks total. The first thing is the bed floor. That yellow-orange bed floor that I got from the Dodge D250, that was 100 bucks. That was cheap. I got lucky there. The bed supports, those green U-channel stop sign posts, those were 140 bucks. Paint, $30 for that blue paint to match the, for the floorboards and so forth, and the blue paint that I need for the tailgate, that was 30 bucks. $140, that's for the Rust-Oleum rust reformer. So I've gone through like 10 plus 15 cans of that stuff. So it's a lot. Seam sealer. The seam sealer that I used for the bed, to fill in all the seals or the seams, from the welds and stuff, that was $60, 3 tubes. I got 2, but I bought another one. I need to fill the rest of it in. Welding wire, that's a big one. I've gone through 4 spools of $10 welding wire, and I lost track of how many of the $20 ones that I overpaid on in Harbor Freight, but I've spent $200 on welding wire. That's a lot. Steel plates. So 3/16 frame plates, the 1/8 gauge, 16 gauge, 22 gauge, all those plates of steel that I needed to repair the frame, to finish the bed floor, for the smallest pieces and stuff. I spent $150 on steel so far. Bolts, $80. I know that's a lot, but I've, bolts for the bench seat, bolts for the bed floor, bolts for the front bumper, which I haven't put on yet. It costs a lot for bolts, nuts, and washers. It adds up. The carburetor rebuild kit, vacuum hoses, tune-up, spark plugs, wires, etc. $130. I already had the spark plugs and wires, but I just added up how much I spent on them. So $130 for that stuff. Leaf springs. I got one of them so far. I just ordered another one. That's $300 on leaf springs. I still haven't bought the U-bolts, and I might need shackles for the rear. So the shackles would be like another 40, U-bolts another 40. The I-bolts probably like $5-10 bucks. So that's another $50. So let's say $350 for leaf springs. Tires. I bought used tires, but they had brand new tread on them, barely used. 250 bucks. Oil change, transmission change and filter, differential gear oil. I didn't add the transfer case because I haven't bought that yet, but I spent $120 on that stuff. The roll-on bed liner, which I haven't put on yet, but I bought a couple days ago. I bought the 1-gallon kit, and I also needed 1 quart because my bed is 8 feet. That's $140 right there. Cutting supplies, sanding discs, flap discs, all of that fun stuff. $170. I know, that's a lot. I've spent a ton of money on sanding materials, grinding discs, cutting wheels, all that junk, you know what I mean? It adds up. So when you add all this together, plus the 50 that I should be 350 right here, and all of this, I believe, if I remember off the top of my head, I don't have a calculator to type on this, and if I do it on my phone, it'll cut off the video. I believe it was $23.50. So I've spent $2,350 on materials, bolts, paint, cutting discs, welding wire, all of that stuff to get the Jeep from the first video that you guys saw to where it is now, to driving, bed is done, floors are done, gas tank repaired, new leaf springs, new tires. So if you want to buy a junker car like I did, where it's just completely rusted out and you want to completely rebuild it and at least get it safe and drivable and usable, expect to spend that much money, $2,350. That's not counting the cost of the Jeep itself. So I've spent $3,100 so far, $3,150. That's not even counting the gas, driving to town to get the bolts, the gas to driving town to get the cutting discs, the bed liner, because I've made multiple trips over the last 5 months, obviously. So that's a lot of gas driving back and forth too. Granted, I bought some stuff on, Amazon and so forth, but anyway, I just wanted to show you guys, $3,200 is what I've spent on my J10 so far. And it is nearly done. It really is. It's once I get the leaf springs on, the gas tank back in, the roll-on bed liner, then it's safe enough to drive on the roads, safe enough to register the vehicle, get tags. I don't even know if I'm going to get tags. I might just do the farm tags. Just register it, but just get farm tags. So we'll see. I'm not sure yet. So I still need to get the title for the vehicle. I only have a bill of sale. The title is, who knows where it is, so I have to go through the Vermont, pay the taxes doing it that way, and then register it in Virginia to get myself a title. So that'll probably be like another $350, $400. So when all said is done, with all the other materials that I'm going to need, the knickknacks, when I'm fixing it here and there, carpets, door seals, which are not important right now, little things here and there, light bulbs, etc., etc. I'm probably going to spend, the taxes for registering. I'm probably going to be at the $5,000 mark, I think. And that's $5,000 to fix the outer panels, the rusted panels, door seals, registration, all of that fun stuff. So the Jeep will be presentable, drivable, safe, registered. $5,000. I think that's where my budget is going to be. So I'm going to try not to spend much more than that. So, but yeah, expect to spend that much if you want a junker car and you want to get it repairable and presentable and stuff. So now I could have just bought a J10 or a J20 for $4,000 or $5,000 and not have to deal with the rusted bed and all of that stuff. But the problem is, those Jeeps still have rust on the bed. The floor supports are still rusty. The bed floors are probably still going to have to be patched. May not be as extensive as mine was, but it's still going to have it. The outer body panels, all those Jeeps, even from like the western states, they still have rust in the body panels. It's just the way Jeep was. You're probably going to need new tires, just like I did. All the tune-up stuff, it's going to be the same. So in the end, I could have had a much better conditioned Jeep than I have right now. But also, in the end, I didn't have $5,000 cash to just go out there and just buy it. And another problem is being on the East Coast. Every one of the Jeeps here, they're all shit. They're all junk, pieces of crap, rusted out, just like mine. I would have to go all the way to the West Coast. So even if I found and got lucky to buy a Jeep out there for $5,000, I'd still have to ship it. I still have to fly out there to check it out because I'm not going to just buy something based on pictures. And to me, that was more of a hassle. And to be honest, a $5,000 J10, you're not really going to find one for $5,000 in great condition. So they're going to be a lot more than that. So in the end, I still paid less to fix the Jeep to get it running, safe, presentable, than I would have buying a better condition one from the get-go. So anyway, $3,200 is where I'm at right now. So thought I'd let you guys know. Thanks for watching.